Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be using a Jaguar to go and annihilate some abyssal entities. We're going to be doing the T2 solo abyss, which is a pretty difficult challenge for many frigates to do T2 solo. T1's most frigates with enough knowledge, skills and enough blink can run T1s, but not all can run T2 even with a significant amount of blink, because the amount of incoming damage there can be just very high at certain times. So we're using a Jaguar. This fit is a really like an absolute unit of a ship. This ship has got bonuses to shield boosting. This ship has got bonuses to shield boosting, so shield boosters are going to be naturally very big, like the Hawk, for example. But we also, not only do we have good shield boosting capabilities, but we also have a really big amount of buffer. We've got a medium shield extender here, so we're going to have like a thick boy shield here. So we've got a little bit more shields than we usually would have because we are using high-grade Nirvana. So I'm going to unequip them because it could be good to not use about 2 billion worth of implants when you're doing a T2 Abyss. I think that will be a bit unfortunate because when you're using frigates in the Abyss, it's high risk of getting an explosive lost. You can just go travel really fast suddenly, and just since these ships are really fast, you can just travel out and out of the border and just die straight away. So you can also get just one-shotted if you get a bad angle on an enemy ship because you've got low HP. So it's a bit more of an explosive experience when using tiny ships like this. So I think it's better that we do not carry a multi-billion amount of implants here. Okay, let's go to perimeter. There's a good clone bay over there. We've got the setup as follows. So we've got thermal shield amp here to give extra Triglavian resistance. I think that'll be very beneficial there. I've got an okay amount of capacitor to spare, not a whole lot, but I think it's good that we've got a stable capacitor considering we're a hybrid fit with a medium shield extender. Because I think that it's great for frigate to have a hybrid fit like we've got here, because say we get neutered, we're still going to have the ability to tank slightly with this medium shield extender and shield amplifier. And also it's really good because frigates usually have a small buffer, so they can easily get one-shotted by wrecking shots. So I personally like to run hybrid fits a lot when it comes to frigates, and when I can use them. It sort of overcomes some of the benefit or the downsides of using frigates in the Abyss. They're easy neuting because their capacitors are small and also their buffers being small. I'll go to blank. I don't know if I've got any particular blank. Rapid launch and rockets. We can go in this one. Jumping. Oh, we were able to swap clones without even undocking, or maybe we did undock, but the animation took a bit of time. Let's switch the ship. We just have to wait a little bit until the session timer runs out. There we go. Back to our wolf. Oh, not a wolf. It's a Jaguar. I keep thinking that we're in a wolf. It looks similar to this ship. Okay, let's go. And we'll warp to a safe abyssal launch site. We'll also create pilot form fleet width. And I think Nova Rage Rocket. No, actually, since we're going to be doing electric, it'll be good to go with the Mjolnir Rage Rocket. I don't have any Mjolnir Javelin. I think it's because I decided that I didn't need any Mjolnir Javelin. They're not very, if I were to use Javelin, that would be if we've got an NPC that's really fast and we're not able to hit him. But I think that there's not a whole lot of really fast NPCs that have low EM resist. Actually, to be honest though, most NPCs in these electrics will be very optimal to use the electrical missiles or the Mjolnir missiles against, so I think it might be a bad idea that I went like this. Oh, we cannot be activated in 1.0 or 0.9, okay. So you know what, we're going to, in the meantime, while we look for a good system to run these in, I'm just going to buy some good Javelin missiles. Missiles in. We'll go to Movable Island. I think that's a good system to run these T2s in. There we go, and we'll just go to the safe directly. So we can see without the Nirvana implants at 10k HP, which is still a big amount of HP, but not as much as before. I think the Hawk has more. I've got this Hawk cheapo rocket Hawk. The one with the medium shield extender, T2 Dark. Oh, actually no, the Hawk has less HP. So we've got a pretty big amount of HP from this medium shield extender. Or we could have perhaps had more. I think it's got to do with that we've got Caldari Navy Diagnostic system. This improves our shields and capacitor. We get this explosive reinforcer as well, which helps against Triglavians. So hopefully it'll go good. We're really quick as well with our Afterburner, 1.1k a second. I think that this could be also a very possible ship to use in dark sites, because in dark sites we will have the enemies coming close to us since they will have worse range. I think it could be easier for us to hit them and easier for us to get close to stuff, and also easier for us to dodge stuff. Okay, lucid guys, let's go. Let's go fast. Let's go fast with the Jaguar. Who do we want to go for first? We want to go for these lucid guys. They're usually a bit annoying. 1.1k a second. Yeah, hardly taking any damage because we're like an absolute bullet. Can boost up a little bit of shields. And so this is a bit of a downside of using rockets. You have to wait a long time until you get in range. Orbit real close. But we are able to get close quite quickly because we are using a ship that is pretty fast naturally. MWD. With the Afterburner we go over 1k a second, so that's great to see. It's not a slow boy. We should probably orbit a bit closer because we're not able to hit anything here. So we're fully tanking these guys. No problem it seems. We're also in the electrical side. These guys do EM damage, so it's going to be less EM resist than usual. So now it'll be a bit easier to hit because we're in a bit closer. I was orbiting too far away. But the 8km range does feel a bit sketchy. I'll be honest there, it does feel a bit sketchy. And we can also use our drones. And drones will provide some complementary DPS as well. Not like they'll do much, but it'll be something. I've got backups there as well in case they die, which they very likely will since they're unbonus light drones. We can orbit 1k maybe. That'll still be enough. But 8k range doesn't feel nice. Doesn't feel nice. The ship has got explosion radius bonuses, I believe. Let's see here. Oh, explosion velocity, yeah. So we'll be able to hit easier with rage rockets. That's what a commenter actually told me. They recommended that I use this fit with, or this ship with rockets because of this bonus it has. So I'll be able to easily apply. But I still think that the range though is very limiting. If it was 15km range like a Hawk, that would have been great. But when it comes to this kind of range, it's not nice. I think that when it comes to frigates, it'll be a very easy ride because we'll be able to apply fully to them and they'll like to get close to us and we'll probably be able to catch them as well very easily because of how quickly we are. But Downvic still might be an issue. We'll see. Let's go for this Scylla next. Scylla Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's go. We're super fast. As if we had an NWD, that would be even quicker. But it would be very limited if we have someone with a warp scram. It will be absolutely stuck in the mud. At least if we have some webs, we can sort of squeak our way out. But with a warp scrambler, it just shuts off the prop mod and there's nothing you can do about it. And plus the webs are still going to affect you if you're in an MWD fit, so you're going to be like affected by double the amount of ships in effect. Okay, orbit this guy here. Seems like it's pretty smooth in terms of tanking. Brute force tanking is alright. Because this is a pretty brutal ship in terms of its tank. Like, it's an absolute unit, as I said before. This ship has a massive buffer, massive shield boosting capabilities. A deadly combo. With good resists as well. That's actually something I forgot to mention. It's got really good resists. Many people have problems with the Cinnabal wave when it comes to frigates in the Abyss because how they do a lot of explosive and EM damage. This ship has so much EM resist naturally, 75% EM resist, and then the thermal is boosted just because of this reinforce over here, but we've got really good EM resist and that's perfect for resisting those kinds of waves. And also Sancho waves will be easy as well, just because of how we've got good thermal and EM resist. Oh no, we can't shoot him now. We're just going to cruise out of range. That's a bit annoying from time to time. You easily cruise out of range. Just 1 second you tell it to move away and it'll be out of range. Okay, good. So we are a bit on the slow side. 5 minutes, that is actually pretty slow. I would like to have completed this quicker. Because we've got lower DPS than the Hawk. Hawk has with the Rage 300 DPS, we've got 226 DPS, and we don't even have it all in the missiles, we've got in the drones. The drones are slightly unpredictable because of how they've got like limited use when they're getting attacked. They can get destroyed and we have to recall them, but they are great in terms of their range because we've got actually effectively I think 60km range, drone control range with our drones, so we can actually hit out pretty far with them. Okay, grab this. So actually maybe I should start using my drones at long range, but you don't want to use usually drones at long range. Oh, 7 million. from a T2. That's pretty good. You don't usually want to use drones at too long range, because when you do that, they start getting hit. It's going to take a long time for them to get back to safety. With high risk of getting destroyed. Okay. We've got a bunch of frigates. We'll see how this goes. Deploy drones. I think the Aegis do more damage, so we'll go for them first. Have the drones go for the bind out of cash, perhaps. We'll just approach, just headbutt them. See if we get any damage here. 240, okay, we'll get some pretty decent volleys. It's alright. I mean, it's not a whole lot of damage, but we're doing some decent volleys. Our theoretical max volley would be 319. His resist is 50%, so I think it's about full application. We are getting full application with Rage, so that's great to see. I think we're not able to apply though because he's going too far away. So he's able to sort of keep out of range of our missiles, even though we're in range, but he's cruising away from our missiles at the same time. So we just have to approach them to keep up velocity, because when they're launched, if he moves fast, he'll be able to outrun the missiles, I believe. See here, now we're doing a lot of damage now that he's really close, this guy here. Yeah, this feels a lot easier when you're able to apply properly. The range is a big limiting factor. Oh no, we lost a drone. That's like 1 million lost just like that. And that's what I mean. On bonus, light drones are going to have a hard time applying here. Well, not applying, but surviving. Yeah, you see this guy, he's completely able to range control us. So we are pretty quick, but with an afterburner, we're not quick enough to keep up with these escorts. And that is very problematic. And it's also not as easy as using pulse lasers, because with pulse lasers you instantly can change ammunition types. You can easily just go, oh, you know, I go Scourge, I go Conflagration, or I go Scourge. Here you have to spend quite a few seconds switching ammunition types to, say, Javelin. But we can go with, for example, Javelin here. This is a situation which I can see us having benefit of Javelin, because we get longer range and faster missiles, so they're going to be able to hit. And even with Javelin, we only have 15 kilometer range. That's actually really bad. Could perhaps put some module that increases the range of our missiles. Feels like a bit of a waste though. You see, everything is going to hit here. Everything's going to hit. That's good. There we go. Can deploy drones now. This is going to take a bit of time because we're not able to apply with rockets. I was thinking that one of the main reasons of using these rockets is because this ship is able to apply with the Rage Rockets, but the problem is we're not able to apply because of the range. The lack of range is really hurting us. It reminds me a lot of the Cerberus / Munin, because the Munin is able to apply pretty good, but it's got pretty bad range, and with medium missiles the range is still pretty good, but with the Jaguar the range becomes like a critically low limit, which doesn't feel that great. Let's grab this last escort. Yeah, they really like to keep their range, these guys. But luckily we're still able to apply with the Javelin. Imagine if we weren't able to apply with the Javelin, they want to keep a range of maybe 15 plus kilometers, then maybe we wouldn't even be able to do any damage at all with any ammunition type. That would have been deadly. So far I don't really recommend this rocket style Jaguar, but we'll see how it feels in the other waves. But based on these ranges at least, it doesn't feel nice in these waves we've had so far. Mjolnir Rage Rocket, perhaps? That's good. The more DPS heavy weaponry. 4 million? Okay, that's alright. Total of 12 million. Got this Gravid that is providing some extra loot bonus. Okay, let's go to the next room. What do we have here? Rogue drones, okay. This should be probably very easy because they like to be like point blank range. We'll try this. The strikes actually can be a little bit deadly because we've got lowest our lowest resist is the kinetic resist. So we'll go for the Snarecaster. Here, Webify. We'll approach. Let's destroy him. Yeah, okay, we're applying somewhat now. Okay, we're gonna have to use the shield booster. Oh no, come on. Do some damage, please. This is the tricky situation of having rockets, is when you're webbed with an afterburner. You can't really do much. You see, I'm applying very badly to this guy here. Even though half the time he is in range, he's able to outrun the missiles, and we're at the border of our range because we're not able to keep up really to him. Just our little drones are really doing damage. Now I can have a bit more range control. So now it seems like it's going a bit better. That's good. Oh yeah, that was really good. Very fast. Okay, let's go for these strike needle Teslas. Oh, we can recall the drones, they're taking too much damage. Deploy these twos. Yeah, this goes, the rogue drone wave goes pretty quickly, but it's not a particularly difficult wave usually anyway. I think we're benefiting a lot of the fact that we're getting good application from these missiles. Reload there. This asteroid field here reminds me of Elite Dangerous. It's a game, a spaceship game where it's more like a first-person spaceship game. And these asteroid fields look very similar to how they have asteroid fields around planets. This reminds me a lot. It looks very similar colour, and how the asteroids are scattered around. Because you can warp there and you can find pirates to destroy. It's kind of resource extraction sites where you can extract resources, but also find a lot of pirates there as well. All the asteroids are like resources. Be cool if you could mine in the abyss. Mining abyss sites, go around mining instead. Mine everything up, and then if you don't mine it within the time limit, well, you're dead. Okay, let's go for this gaze dimmer. Last one. Okay, so this is very slow. 30 minutes for T2 doesn't feel that great. I mean, I think it actually is okay time, but it's still a bit slow. I think the Hawk does similar times, maybe a little bit faster, but it does these kind of times on probably more difficult waves. These kind of waves I think the Hawk would take care of a lot quicker. And has a lot to do with increased DPS and increased range, I believe. Okay, there we go. I'll go for that bioactive cache now. And a couple of volleys. There we go. It's got some pretty good loot drops in this T2. I'm quite happy about what kind of results we've got so far. 2 million, 14 million. Feels more than the T4 electrics I'm getting from these T0 to T6 Abyss series. I'm very happy about that. So we've got the Jaguar doing T2s. It felt very tanky, really tanky, an absolute unit of a ship, and this is sort of as I expected actually. But the main downside to the ship is the range. The range with rockets is not nice, so I think that light missiles would be a lot better suited. But I can see how rockets are good because they're going to be able to apply fully because of the explosion velocity bonus the ship gets, but I don't think that outweighs the range. The range is really crippling, and especially if you get webbed, you're going to have a really hard time destroying those webs to be able to move properly. I can see the ship getting stuck a lot of the time, so you're either going to have to bonus give some like modules that bonus the rocket range, or you would have to then just refit a light missile variant of the ship. I think so, but it was very tanky with its hybrid style. Maybe we could try someday the light missile with a hybrid style. We'll see. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Jaguar doing T2 Electric Abyss. If you did enjoy the video, or at least learn something new, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.